Well, first let's start with what is performance testing. Well, even before we go into what is performance testing, let's try to understand why we have to do performance testing. So once we understand why we have to do performance testing, it becomes that much easier to explain what is performance testing. Well, most of you might be using a lot of websites which are out there. And did you happen to see any website which is really slow or terribly slow, or maybe just slow? And as an end user, what would you think, when you're using these websites which are really slow? As an end user, we wouldn't like those kind of websites, and if we have an option, we would go into some other websites. For example, sitting in India, the popular online websites are Amazon.in, Flipkart and Snapdeal. So let's assume you're using the Amazon website for your online shopping, and it's kind of slow. You want to buy a phone. Let's assume you want to buy an iPhone on that one, and you have searched for iPhone on Amazon, and just the search itself is taking probably 2 minutes to pull out the results. Would you like to go and use that kind of website? I'm sure you're not. So as an end user, what you would start thinking is probably I'll find some other website, wherein I'll be able to buy that iPhone, and then you would fall back on maybe Flipkart or Snapdeal or something like that. So this is precisely why we do performance testing. We do performance testing so that the applications are not slow. The applications are fast enough. And why do the companies will shell out so much money to get their applications performance tested? Because they don't want their end customers to move away. They don't want end customers to move away from the application. They want the end customers to come again and again to that website. So this is precisely why we do performance testing. So you don't want applications to be slow as an owner of the application, and you get the application performance tested, and eventually the application will become faster so that the end users or the end customers will be enjoying that. Look at that on the slide deck. Look at that guy who is banging on the keyboard. Well, he's terribly pissed off because probably he's using a website which is terribly slow, and look at him, he has to wait for 15 minutes to know that there are no seats available for that railway booking website. Maybe he's using an IRCTC, which is typically sometimes it is slow. So that's one of the reasons. And not only that, sometimes you would have observed, well, it will take, let's say you have searched for the seats on IRCTC. Maybe you're traveling from point A to point B, and you're fed in and you wanted to see if there are any seats for that. The websites will try to pull the results, and probably after some time, maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes, you would see this page called page not found. Would you like to use that kind of website as an end customer? So forget about giving the results, and it doesn't give the results, but end of 2 minutes it will give you something like that. And this is a terrible story. And imagine, pulling up the seats is still fine, but let's say you are on Amazon website, you are able to search for your iPhone, you clicked on the buy button, you entered all your credit card details, and right when you have clicked the pay button, once you enter the credit card details and you hit on the pay button, it went on, and the transaction is going on and on and on, and finally after some time you get to see this page. Would you go to that kind of website again? I'm sure you're not. So well, this is precisely why we do performance testing.